got a fast video. This is about a week after I did my first canvas. And when it was done, I was so happy. I was so excited. I didn't know what to expect when it dried. I didn't think it was going to change as much as it has when it was created. Basically, what has happened is 3 of the edges. Whoa, I'm trying not to. That's what's great about this box. 3 of the edges coated real good. This one up here did waterfall down, but when it dried, it kind of like receded back, or the gray came through. So it kind of looks like only splotches fell over, but if you really look at it, you can see the paint when it came over and stuff. I wanted to let you know, my mind, after I saw this is a week later, at first I was like, oh no, it cracked. It went blah, blah, blah. I think it's just different paint consistencies. So the way the white dried on top of the yellow and blue, it just kind of, I guess, shriveled, kind of like what happened up here. The only thing, the brown turned glossy, and I thought that was the most matte color, which I find funny. I put 2 drops of silicone oil in the brown and the yellow. I thought I said 1 on the original video, but it was 2 drops. I think I get distracted and I forget to correct myself sometimes, but I do know it was 2. So what I wanted to let you know, this is, let me turn it. Okay, so 2 of the angles, my mind matrices different things. So if this is hung on a wall, you may or may not see this. I can't guarantee it, but this is how I see this photo. Hanging it this way, I don't really see too much going on as far as like a character. I see almost my full intended original pour idea is kind of like the shore, the muddy shore into the grassy trees type thing. And I saw this as water and maybe sunshine reflecting off of it and frothy stuff, even though the frothy stuff turned out more like marshmallows, but marshmallows. But I'm good with it like this. This is kind of what I was going for, but you know, didn't know what to expect, how it was going to end up. And then this side, I really don't know. I don't know if I'd hang it this way. Nothing is pulling out to me. I like it. And that's with the prejudice of my mind matrixing the next 2 turns, because the next 2 turns are fun. So let's turn it this way. So this, if you hang it this way, this literally looks kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but my mind matrixes, when I look at it in just regular light outside of a camera, like this is a face jutting out, almost like one of those morphed cartoon character faces. Like this is the mouth, that's the eye socket, that might be some ears, fancy ears, that might be like collar fur on the neck, and then it has a cute little friend down there just staring up at it. So this one, I'm seeing all that, and I'm going, ooh, that's interesting. And that's what I saw first as it was drying. It took about 48 hours because this went through so many different, the paint was still moving slightly. I'm not going to say what I saw in the beginning, but it was different characters, different visuals. So now when I turn it the last way, this totally reminds me of a fantasy anime video game type abstract. And this is why. This looks like a companion. You've got the muzzle, now you got the eye, you got the one ear, second ear, maybe some tuft coming up from the back of the head. This looks like some kind of canine replica type animal. Right here, you have like a whale tail, and then the fish body. Kind of like they're like looking at each other. And then, now this big blue part could be a sentient being on its own, because this looks like the face hole of a cape. This looks like hands holding the front of the cape so they don't step on it. It also looks like there's a cute little heart on their cape head. So if you see that this blue part looks like a character that's in the foreground, then what this looks like is a head with wispy hair, and they're not facing towards you. And then you have swirls of hair, that long flowing hair. And being close to Halloween, that also looks like their hand might be dropping some kind of fancy dust to create this marshmallowy flow. And on top of that marshmallowy flow, there looks like a face and hair, and then it looks like there's a swirl of essence. And this thing right here that looks like an owl with the peak ears and the eyes, when you're close up, I don't know if that shining ring light is affecting it and stuff. Every time I look at this, I see something a little bit different. I think that is all I'm noticing in here, but I wanted to let you know this first pour, I will come up with the title of it, and I will put it in all the videos I've created about it, just so you know what to look for, and there will be a link to how to buy it. I still have to remove all the silicone oil, because that's one thing. If you use silicone oil, you got to clean it. And you should kind of clean it anyways, because if you touch it with your hands, it has oil similar to silicone oil, and the finishing process won't stick to what is there if you don't remove all the oils that are on there. And I have a feeling maybe the brown, because the silicone oil was in it, maybe the brown just I don't know, sweated out the oil a little bit different than how the yellow did, because I did the same for both of them. So I don't know, or maybe I just poured enough yellow off that the silicone portion, if I didn't mix it well enough, the silicone yellow flowed off. But yeah, that's my video. I'm like excited. I just hope nothing happens during the finishing process, because this is the very first canvas pour that I've done. I'm still working to finish my wood plank pour. It's almost at a point where I feel comfortable. I'll just sand. I'll start those videos on the step-by-step on my first wood pour, because this is exciting. I did not expect this. This turned out totally different, and being worried about making a mess and controlling the situation. Free yourself and do some art. Flow with the paint. Let it come out. Life isn't always in control. That's what kind of makes it fun. Alright. But I just want to let you know, in about a week, I should be going through the finishing steps. Tomorrow, I might do a touch base on just a short video on how to mix your glue and water, how to mix your paint ratios, kind of like what I did, what you're looking for, and then maybe showing you how to prep a canvas before you do a pour, so you're not making a happy hiccups. All right, take care, everyone. I am glad you're there watching me. I am happy to share this experience with you. Everyone needs to, I don't know, I shouldn't say everyone. Just experience life. That's all I can say.